My goal is that by the end of the video, you will be equipped with all strategies that you need so that you can write engaging video scripts and that you know, like step by step, what to do so that you can start right now. Oh yeah, and if you hear some noises in the background, it's because there's some construction outside, so you can just ignore that. All right, so before we get into the training, I wanted to stress the point what a great opportunity that is, because I started out pitching email copywriting to like online coaches, and I just got so many bad replies. Like people get pitched so much you don't even realize. That's why it's really great to offer short form script writing. I mean, basically, it's pretty similar to copywriting, but it's something people haven't heard before. So I even got replies of coaches saying, yeah, I've never got pitched like this, or yeah, just, oh, that's something new. And they are much more open to it instead of actual copywriting because they just build up these defensive walls. And once you got your foot into the door with your scripts, like it happened to me, that then the client asked for Facebook ads and then he also asked for a VSL. It's just like, then you can prove your skills and then they can see that you know your stuff. They know that you understand them, their audience, yeah, just their brand. And it's so much easier to then even sell more of your stuff. So I just wanted to give you a bit of a motivation because it was a turning point for me and I hope it will help you as well. Now, you probably know as for copywriting, it's like a science and an art. So I can show you all the theory now, but this is only the science part because you also need to think creatively yourself and just combine the two. And it doesn't matter how much theory you know, it's practice that makes perfect. So you just have to write more, write more, write more. And I thought that my copywriting skills would transform to script writing. It kind of did, but it's also a bit of a different thinking. And I realized like my scripts that I wrote at the beginning, they were really bad. I thought I can write great scripts because I was writing emails. But when I look at them right now, it's just something completely different than what my level is now. And yeah, this took me like over 100 scripts and it will be the same for you probably. I hope I can like fast track your journey if I can give you my feedback as well. And that will just increase everything exponentially. But yeah, just wanted to give this quick disclaimer because it takes a lot of practice until you can write good scripts. And on the other hand, you also need to study great scripts. So that's why I already sent you the swipe. Maybe you even tried the Gary Halbert challenge before. So you just copy down good scripts or good ads. I did this as well, and I think it really helps. I mean, you don't even need to copy down by hand. It's just reading and studying the good scripts, understanding the thinking behind it, and then apply it to your own scripts. All right, with this all being said, I hope you're as excited as I am, and let's dive into actual process of writing scripts. So number one is research. I think you know the importance of research, but just want to hammer home this point. Abraham Lincoln said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." So it's really important that you concentrate on this part because it's like 80% of the work. I'm not even kidding. If you do this correctly, it will be so much easier to write the scripts. And a lot of people that like struggle to write, it's not actually because they don't know how to write, it's because they don't understand the niche or they don't have enough ideas to write about. And doing the research will just help with that. So it's to get to know the client, to understand the audience, to see what's working in the market. And this is especially true for short form video scripts because I didn't do this much when I was writing emails, but in the video space, you can just check out like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, see which videos are performing well, also for competitors, and then use these ideas so you can make sure that your videos are more likely to perform well as well. Then it also helps with coming up with own ideas, of course. And yeah, it's like everything, it's a skill. The more you do it, the better you get at it, and it just becomes easier to know where to look and yeah, just understanding how everything works. So who do you research? Number one, the person you write for, and secondly, direct competitors and niche leaders. For the person you write for, as I said, it's just to understand them and an easy way to get to know them. Just check out their already posted short form content and also other content like long form videos, podcasts, blog, and social media posts. And These are really great to like get really into the mind of your client, because you want to be as similar to them as possible. Like one of my clients, he answered, "Oh shit, these are really good. They sound like me and we haven't even spoken once." This is the goal or the outcome that you want to achieve. Then social media posts are also great with the comment section, because in the comments you will get so much free value, like golden nuggets that you can just pull out and use as a new content idea or video idea. And just people telling about their struggles, and it's just a lot of great stuff in there. Then for the direct competitors, it's basically all the same stuff. And the way you find them is just you ask the client directly, or you check out who are the persons they follow on Instagram, and you can obviously also search on TikTok and YouTube. Then how to do research. For me, like I didn't like to use ChatGPT because for writing scripts it's really bad, but now I started writing in the real estate niche and I had no clue at all. One of my clients is in that niche, so I had to get into it. And for this, ChatGPT was really great because I can just give like, what does this and this mean? And it would explain it really easily. You can also use it to say, hey, phrase this in an easier way, or give me more creative ways to say this and that. It's good for coming up with ideas and stuff like this, but not for the writing itself. So just wanted to mention this real quick as well. Then what you obviously want to check out is Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, and their website. So for Instagram Reels, you can use this Chrome extension here that's sort for Reels. It will just sort the most popular Reels at the top, so that you can see which videos perform well and which ones don't. Then same for posts. Go to this website. It will analyze the whole Instagram profile and just give you the best performing posts. Then for YouTube, shorts and long form as well. YouTube is really great. You can just click popular and it will sort with the most views. And long form is really great for topic ideas. One long form video can give you like 10 new topic ideas just from watching that video and listening to what the people are saying. And it is also really great to get to know the brand voice and just understanding how the person thinks and how they talk. Then for X, you can use this one in the search bar. So it will kind of sort as the most popular at the top. And just what I wanted to mention as well is that it really depends on the client and the niche you're in. Some people will post on Instagram, others will just post X threads, for example. Then you just have to find where they are posting the most, where they get the most engagement. And this is the easiest platform to then get a lot of knowledge and insight. Then what to look out for, as I already mentioned, what's performing well, so you can understand what's performing in the niche and replicate it. Then, of course, also just for content ideas, you can find great hooks that you like to use, great stories and experiences. Then also testimonials and just topic ideas overall from your clients that they already used in posts or from other people that they use. It's just great to get those creative juices flowing. And as I said, if you do this properly, the writing part will be so much easier, because if you have all this in one document, you can just highlight all the topic ideas. And then when it comes to writing, you just pull all the pieces together and it's so easy to start writing. And then, of course, also a general understanding of the niche and the person you write for. So for the actual writing, look through the notes and highlight topics you like, because it's so easy that you can just then start writing and brainstorming. For each topic idea, you want to come up with a hook. So, for example, if the topic idea is ChatGPT script writing, then this isn't the hook, because the hook has to be something enticing. I will talk about this later, but just the second step is to come up with a hook so that you know into which direction you're gonna write. So for example, for the ChatGPT, say, don't use ChatGPT for script writing, here's what to do instead, for example. Then you can use the 6 formulas. I will also send you this document. This is an easy way to find great hooks. Then also swipe scripts as an inspiration. So just use the same thinking and replace it with your niche or your topic. And also, of course, use the post approved hooks to improve everything, because in the end, it's pretty similar thinking. Then think about the frame of the script. So this goes like hand in hand with the hook, because when you write the hook, it already determines a bit what the script is about. So what's the story you want to tell? For example, the don't use ChatGPT for script writing hook, then you can think about, so you will maybe explain why ChatGPT is bad and why it's not emotional, and yet just then explaining how to do it better. And as you can see, this already gives me a bit of a frame how you want to write the script. And if you use the 6 formulas, this already is like predetermined a bit, but you can also play with it as well, of course. Then why should people watch the video? So what's the benefit is also just something to keep in mind, but it actually is more important later on. So when you start writing, you want to start with the hook, as I already said, and here's exactly how to do it. So you want to make people stop, because if you never have written short form video scripts, you have to understand that people are just scrolling, and if they don't get interested in the first second, they will just keep scrolling and they don't watch your video. So you want to build up curiosity and also open a loop, so they are like, oh, now I have this question in my mind, I have to keep watching so I can answer it. In general, it's the same principles of headlines or subject lines for emails. Just get people's attention and get them to start watching the video. And you can also mindfuck people a bit, so be really controversial or stuff like this. And yeah, just to get even more attention. Also depends really on the client, of course, so be aware of that as well. Then for the body, the first sentence, like some people call it lead or transitional hook, but it's just like first sentence or the first part is really important as well, because the hook gets people's attention, but then when they realize that the body or the rest of the script is not delivering on the promise in the hook, they will just continue scrolling. So it's really important that you can prove in the first few seconds after the hook that they should keep watching. So you want to drag people even more into the video, like give them a reason to stay until the end. And the way to do this is just to make it very easy to consume, so short sentences. And yeah, every word must have a reason to be there, so that people don't like get bored and just scroll away. After this, you want to create a slippery slope, so just one line connecting into the next one, and just make a flow that leads people from one line to the next one to the next one. This is basically the same for all copywriting, but it's really important in short form video scripts, because as I said, you have to keep the attention of the people, otherwise they just scroll to the next one, and it's so easy, they just need to do a little motion. So that's why it's really important to focus on this. Then the loop you opened at the beginning, you want to close it as late as possible. So you want to keep building up and then just in the end reveal it, because when people reveal the loop, then they have no more reason to stay, which is why you want to keep it open until the end. And this is actually the main part of the body. So the build up, you want to do it in a entertaining way, like storytelling. And with storytelling, I don't mean like actually telling a story. You could, but it's more about not being boring or just stating some facts. So you can use metaphors, also do a research and compare it with stuff, or yeah, just like create emotions, give value, talk to the viewer directly, and also use mechanisms, so like steps and frameworks. So people want to see all the 3 steps and they keep watching. I mean, this is really hard to explain in words, because as I said, it's a bit of an art, but I hope that when you read my scripts that you understand what I mean, and that you can see that I try to really use these storytelling techniques. Then by the end, you want to end it with a punch or a conclusion. And actually, I also started to write like the last sentence with the hook or something, because I don't know if I can come up with one right now. But as I said, like, don't use ChatGPT for script writing. Then you explain how you do script writing in the proper way. And then you ended up with, so you better use ChatGPT for what it does best, which is coming up with ideas, and leave the emotional part to a human or something like this. Now, this is not the best ending, but just give everything a punch or the conclusion. It also should bring everything full circle, because as I said, the storytelling can maybe lead in a different direction, but you want to fulfill the promise that you give in the hook, so that people, they can see that you yeah, just fulfilled your promise and that it really says what it says, what it does. It does what it says. And then for the CTA, this is optional, but if you do one, it should be matching to the video. So for example, the ChatGPT one, comment GPT for the free scripts that I use to come up with viral content ideas, or just follow if you want to learn more, or share with someone who might need this. Yeah, this is just great to get some engagement. And yeah, just in general, everything isn't fixed, so you can change everything. This is just some guidelines that I follow, and in the end, you have to try it yourself. It goes back again to that point. Just do it, do it, do it, and yeah, get your own spin on it and improve in your own ways. And maybe you can even give me some feedback and some new ideas. So yeah, that would be awesome as well. Then sometimes the frame adapts throughout the writing. So when you write a hook, you think it's going into this direction, but then you start writing and then you suddenly go into a completely different direction. I mean, that's all right. It happens all the time. And then you basically have even two scripts. So you can write one in this direction, one in this direction, or you just change it to the other direction. Yeah, be adaptable and go with it. Okay, let's get to the last step, which is post-production. So when you did your research, you wrote your script, then I want you to take a break. So at least maybe half a day, go away, do something different, and then come back, because this will really change how you look at the script. And otherwise, you'll just be stuck in the same thinking. And this is a great way to escape it. So this is something that I have to do myself a bit more as well, but it's just going back and trying to find new ways to say something that might be a bit boring, like instead of saying you're leaving money on the table, maybe you could say something like you're getting robbed without even knowing, or something like this. So just more creative ways to say something that also spark more emotions and yeah, just give a new twist on the script. You also want to check the flow, so read it out loud and make it more compact by cutting redundant parts. And this is especially true, as I already said, for short form videos, or more important, let's say. And also ask yourself, is the video rewatchable, shareable, or savable? So does it give a ton of value? Then another question is, does it meet the expectations of the viewer? As I already mentioned as well, you want to keep your promise in the hook, because if you don't, people will feel disappointed. And when they feel disappointed, they create the connotation to the brand that is where the video is coming from. And you obviously don't want that. And then, is the ending on point? This is like more important than you might believe, because I know one script that I think just went viral because of the last sentence. And this last sentence hit so on point, like it just got that pain point, or just that thought that everyone was thinking. And it created so many comments, and yeah, it just started the whole conversation in the comment section as well, which is why the video went viral in the end. So definitely a thing you want to keep in mind. And yeah, to be honest, I'm not perfect either. If you read my scripts, a lot of them won't follow all of these steps, because this is also or was also a learning process for me, and still is. But I hope that this training will help you to, yeah, as I said, increase the speed of your journey, and that you can write engaging and viral scripts as soon as possible.